You see your AI? Yeah, kind of. I saw one clip. The AI shit's getting crazy. The AI is going so hard. Let's see. Here, someone just posted one of the clips. I think this is the one I saw.
Moist, how would you imagine a TV show on Netflix starring Asmongold?
Oh man, I'm envisioning a show so comically bad that it ends up winning the Nobel Prize for worst TV show ever made. I'm picturing something like an Elizabethan play but starring Asmongold. It'd be like every Shakespearean play but with Asmongold in drag making owl sounds and telling off-color jokes that are too tasteless even for the crudest of stand-up comedians. Yeah, it'd be a guaranteed hit airing on Netflix, but I'm pretty sure the only audience that would find it even remotely amusing are the distant relatives of Asmongold himself.
A banger. An absolute banger. The AI's tapped into my
So really
brain.
now you're talking about my acting skill. Well, as I'm sure you all can agree, my awing meows, theatrical cackles, and award-winning impressions of a shagged-out possum are some of the best on the streaming scene. Plus all the deep philosophical owl dialogue written by yours truly. Trust me, it ain't trash.
Moist, how would you imagine
Yeah,
a
the
TV
AI is
show?
fucking great. I told you, like we're not far away. Pretty soon that'll be unrecognizable. We are only I'd say a fucking couple months at this rate. It's getting really, really good. Elon Musk said it'll be a bigger threat than nuclear weapons. Well, I guess it depends on how it happens. Like a Skynet situation, obviously, yeah. But as far as like AI generated content and shit goes, I don't know about that claim. Don't you think AI like this is scary? Yeah, I mean obviously, I think anyone would agree with that. But I mean it's coming and you can't stop it. Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. It's a matter of learning to evolve with it. Some voice actors are going to take legal action against AI voice replicas of themselves. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I'm sure they probably would because you could probably get like an AI Troy Baker at some point to be one of your voice actors and it's far cheaper. But at a certain point, I imagine there's going to be big money in this space and they'll probably push all of those like real people out because it's more financially viable to just have AI do it. Then you don't have to pay your actors. Your voice actors, that is. True, but AI can be used to impersonate world leaders and turn countries against each other if it gets too good. I don't think it'll ever reach that point because you can always verify the authenticity of shit. But at a certain point, you'll never be able to trust video and audio anymore. Like as a third party. Like I feel like you wouldn't just see a random Twitter clip that has Putin making nuclear threats and like act on that. You'd probably take the steps to verify if it's a real video or not. Can a verifier tell the difference? Yes. Right now they can. Maybe in the future it'll get so sophisticated that they can't, but right now they absolutely can. Because it's not perfect, but it's also super, super, super new, which is crazy. It is absolutely wild how far it's come in such a short period of time. In 5 years, humans will be fighting the Chat GPT overlord. I still just don't see a point where AI, like, we put AI in charge of anything meaningful. Like in Terminator, where they take over our military. Like, I just don't see that happening. I just see it used more in everything entertainment related or anything like grunt work related. So just replace a ton of jobs. But it wouldn't get to a point where we'd actually have to actively fight them, like in Terminator. Most controversial opinion? I don't think I've seen this clip.
What's your most controversial opinion?
My most controversial opinion is that all opinions are valid. Doesn't matter if you believe that Little Caesars is the hamburger equivalent of a Big Mac, or if you think the moon is actually made of cheese. It's all okay. What I do find controversial is when people try to enforce their opinion on others and expect others to simply obey with no room for discussion. That's where I draw the line. That's where I shake my head and emit a deep, resounding woo, yeah, daddy, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hubba hubba.
Yeah, hubba hubba indeed, man.
What's
That
your
is
most
some sage
controversial
wisdom
opinion?
from AI Charles there, actually. For a second there, he was fucking spitting. Unfortunately, little ghost in the machine took over there. Started drooling. I guess a hot babe walked by, but like up until then, kind of spitting. You listen to the new Linkin Park song? Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna be honest though, when I heard it, I had to wonder if AI actually did play a role in getting it out there. There were a couple moments where I was a little curious if there was like some kind of AI element to it. Because you can absolutely do AI music. They have an entire AI generated gent genre. And you can do AI vocals for your music as well, but those aren't super clean right now. But I imagine if you had a lot of money behind it, you could clean it up. The visuals are definitely AI. True, true. I was talking about like the actual musicality of it. I hate people who think AI just has to be part of everything. Well, it's not people that think it has to be part of everything. It is just literally going to be cheaper to have it be part of everything. Mike Shinoda said that it was already mixed. It just wasn't on Meteora because the vibe was too much like Numb. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Let me see this one.
Dronhin, Moist, is it true that you actually dislike Ludwig and hate that he's an owner of Moist Esports now?
Well, it's not that I dislike Ludwig. It's more like he's the human incarnation of wet socks. He's soggy, smells bad, and just pulls the energy out of the room. What I hate is the fact that he's the one housing control of Moist Esports now. It feels a little bit like sticking a fork in an electrical socket. You don't really want to do it, but you can't do anything to stop it. On the bright side, at least now we get to watch the sparks fly.
There's no way AI.
Live Games asked, Aiden, would you snack on your own wiener if you...
There's no way AI would go that hard on Ludwig. No shot. It has your cadence. AI is super good at cadence. 100%. It gets intonation really well. Even in its infancy, it's pretty on the mark for a lot of it. I mean, it's still very clearly not perfect, especially for like me and the other streamers, but it's getting there, and it's still so new. People are going to use AI in the stock market. They're going to use AI everywhere. That's like on the lowest level of where I think it's going to be super effective. It's still just going to be predictive. It's not going to be able to like crush the stock market super well. At least not more than they already do with technology. I'm going to lose my job to AI. At some point, very many people are going to lose their jobs to AI. Yeah. Not far away.